Hey everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. Let's go! It is Thursday, October 9th, 2025. And we are 1 week away from Pokemon Legends ZA, which is one of the topics today. We've got our Japanese hardware and software sales, courtesy install base forum that transcribed and made nicely the Famitsu report. And we're going to have a good show. We've got that Super Mario 3D All Stars 3-pack coin set on the line. In entertainment, we've got Peacemaker tonight. Oh, the finale for season 2. And already we have some people in the chat. iByzantium. Happy PGN Live. That's right. Happy PGN Live, iByzantium. We've got Crazy Scott. What's up? PGN, PGN. How you doing, Crazy Scott? Good to see you in here today. Hope you're both doing well. Yvonne Francois. Hi there. How's it going? Corey Boehm. Good evening, Paul from Italy. How you doing, Corey? Hope you're having a good night. Hope you had a good day. Getting close to 8 p.m., right? Nin 128. PGN Super Show time. That's right. Welcome, Nin 128. Welcome, Corey. Nin 128. How was the process in giving the code to Stake 1024 for Super Mario Galaxy 1+2? Pretty smooth once you guys got connected on X? I imagine so. Second last day here, says Corey. Second last day here. Second last day here? I don't know if I caught that. Second last day here. I'm not sure. Maybe I read it wrong. I'm not sure I followed. Let's see. What will help me a little bit is popping out the chat the way I like it. There we go. I said before, not too long ago, in fact, a couple of times, like, I've got to play with the setup a little bit. Second last day in Italy before going home. Oh, okay, like for your work week, stuff like that. Got it. I hope it's been a good work week. Smooth once I figured out where the digital code was. Once I bought it from Amazon, LOL. Yeah. That's part of it right there. You know, to what email account did it go to? Is it on Amazon? Do you have to go to your Gmail or your whatever? Yeah, I could see that. We're a week away from Pokemon. I think the game is going to sell pretty well. We have not seen footage for the Nintendo Switch version, but I could imagine it's got to be somewhere between the Nintendo Switch version of Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus, you know? Something like that, maybe. Could be a little bit on the better side, a little bit on the worse side, but they're not going to release a broken game. But it looks like the Nintendo Switch 2 version is definitely pretty solid in terms of how it looks, how it's running, and so forth. Hopefully the game itself is good. It looks to be a quite different game than Legends Arceus, but if it's as good as Arceus, I'll be happy. Even if it's different, you know? It's been a long work week. I'm tired. Feels like Friday. Crazy Scott, hang in there. You got 1 day to go. Corey Bohm, time to head out to dinner. See you next week, Paul. See you next week. Maybe you'll miss the sales data, but that's okay. I mean, real quickly, I'll tell you, Nintendo Switch 2 was the best-selling console of the week. And it was Ghost of Yotei followed by Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle for the best-selling software of the week. So at least you have that little bit before you go, but you know, we'll comb through it in more detail soon. Pokemon Fan 34, welcome to PGN White Belt. Pokemon Fan 34, since your name was gray this morning, that's a re-up, correct? Yeah. That means you're the first person on the board here. Boom! Thank you, Pokemon Fan 34, for continuing your White Belt membership here. David Patterson, hello there. Published, yo. Mario Master, hi. Published, your audio is strange, almost echoing like and slightly quiet. You know what? Streamlabs did this weird thing where it made me redo everything. And one of the things that I don't know if I resynced up properly was my audio. Tell me what's louder, this or this? If this is louder, or this, this is my microphone. This should be right here, picking me up. But when Streamlabs rebooted and maybe reconfigure everything, if this isn't working, that means I'm picking the audio up from there, which is less than optimum, you know, farther away and not as good of a quality of a microphone. You're all saying the first is the louder one? Okay, so it's not that then. So what is the reason for me being quiet and echoey? A little bit of a risk factor. Let's see what happens here. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. I don't know. I unplugged and replugged. Maybe I'm a little bit more clear now. I hope so. Weird what happened today with Close to You short. Oh, much better on the sound? Ah, okay, cool. Good to know. Thanks. I guess I had to just unplug and replug. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Back to normal. Let's dive into these numbers. Yeah, let's dive into these numbers. We've got some. By the way, I'll do that. We'll do that later, I guess. Okay, let's hop into the numbers. Aaron Cedillo, welcome. I had a moment, but I'm like, oh, normal. Let's dive into these numbers. Yeah, let's dive into these numbers. I was gonna show off the short today, but we could wait till more people come, I guess. Or well, should we do the short real quick? Maybe we'll do the short real quick. Okay, we'll do the short real quick, and then we'll hop into the numbers. Maybe give a little bit of a chance for people to show up more for the numbers. I don't know. I'm ready. October 9th. That's not the one I clicked on. 7 days until the release of Pokemon Legends Z. YouTube does this weird thing. Click. I'm ready for all challengers. How come they're not playing? Bring it on. How come there's no sound? Even you. That's weird. Right. That's what I thought. Can you all hear that? Nothing. I can't hear it. Nothing from any of you. Oh! Why oh! Is that all you got? Do you hear anything that was nothing. In the video?
Today in gaming history, October 9th, 2003. Backyard Wrestling, Don't Try This at Home, launched for the Xbox in North America. I'm ready for all challengers.
Now I hear it.
Even you. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Nothing from any of you. Oh! Why oh! Is that all you got? That was nothing. Oh!
Oh, okay.
Today in gaming history, October 9th, 2003. Backyard Wrestling, Don't Try This at Home, launched for the Xbox in North America.
Okay. I could hear it now too. I couldn't hear it earlier. So I'm like, good to know that even if I can't hear something, you might be able to on your end, and in this case you did. LOL Wild, yeah, that was fun. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. If you want to, if you haven't already, watch the video, like, comment on it. I just dropped it in the chat. I appreciate it. I know some of you already liked it, watched it, commented on it. But if not, and if you want to throw some more views its way, there you go. Thank you. All right, let's get into these sales now. These are the Famitsu sales. They're coming to us from Install Base Forum. It's a nice site that puts everything together up pretty clearly by user Chris1964. And these are the sales for the week of September 29th through October 5th, and only are the physical, tangible sales in Japan. So no eShop games, nothing digital, all right? The best-selling game of the week, Ghost of Yotei. Not really a surprise there. On PlayStation 5 with 120,000 copies sold. In second, Super Mario Galaxy 1+2 with 48,000. In third is Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles Deluxe Edition, 41,000 on Nintendo Switch. In fourth is Mario Kart World on Nintendo Switch 2 with 36,500. In fifth is Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles Deluxe Edition on PS5 with 24,000. Interesting to see. Two games, Final Fantasy Tactics on Nintendo Switch versus Final Fantasy Tactics on PS5, 41,000 versus 24,000. So you're looking at a 17,200 copy difference in sales. Shout outs to the Nintendo Switch version on quite decisively coming ahead. In sixth place, Digimon Story, Time Stranger on PS5, a new entry for the week with 23,700. In seventh, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of FF Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, moving 12,300. So actually, if you combine that 12,300 with the Nintendo Switch one of 41,000, you're looking at 53,600 copies on Nintendo, and that's quite considerable, you know? Some people will probably be, well, not will be. A lot of people will likely be getting this game digitally, since I think due to it being a smaller file size, it taking up less space on your system is a reason for doing so. Then again, there are people that will just get a collector's edition regardless of whether a game takes up a small file size or not. But I can see this game having a pretty strong ratio in favor of digital. Probably still more physical in Japan, but a bigger ratio that digital is favoring than a title like Ghost of Yotei, for instance, you know, or Donkey Kong Bonanza, right? Let's see, what else we got? In eighth is Silent Hill F on PS5 with 9,300. In ninth, speaking of Donkey Kong Bonanza, still on the charts with 6,800. And in 10th, Minecraft on Nintendo Switch with 5,400. PS5 got 4 games on the top 10 this week. Nintendo Switch 2 with 3. Nintendo Switch with 3. So it's a 4-6 split between Sony and Microsoft. Some other people came in while I was doing that readout. Mario Master saying you really enjoyed the Saw short. Ah, thank you. That Saw short was funny. David Patterson, I always wanted to try Backyard Wrestling back in the day on N64. LOL. Mario Master, don't worry, guys. NSO games will come. They will. What about Smash Bros. Or DK64? I think they will. Nin128, you got yours physical. That's the way to go when you can. That's the preferred way to go. I think if they're the same price, you got to go with physical. See, I was going to go, like I said before with Hades 2, I was going to go physical. I had the physical pre-ordered. And I thought, even if it's 1 month of a wait, like November 20th versus October 20th, that's okay. I'll get it physical. But then I found out that not only was it not a 1 month wait, it was a 2 month wait because the game came out digitally like September 20th. But I'm like, I could have still waited. That's okay. I don't think I'd be spoiled by anything. But the other driving factor getting a digital was it was $30 digitally versus $50 physical. And that digital version through GameStop is actually $28.50. Okay, so $28.50, and the physical version after tax isn't $50, it's like $54.80. So then I'm looking at $28.50 versus $54.80, and that's like $26.80 difference. It's almost double the cost. When I did that, I'm like, dude, it's taking up 9.3 gigs on the internal storage / micro SD express card, so it's not taking up a whole lot of space. 9.3 gigs. I'm saving $27, which is the cost of the game essentially, and I'm getting to play it 2 months early, in which I had 37 and a half hours of fun until I beat the game over like an 11-day run or something like that, just non-stop playing, not trying to rush, just it's so engaging. I loved it. And there's so much post game. Like, I didn't beat it, you know, I just beat Kronos. I beat the last boss one time, and then the game instantly continues its story. But most of the time, physical wins out for me. Almost, I could say physical all the way, you know. But yeah. How are you enjoying FF Tactics, by the way? Nin128. Pokemon fan 34. So annoyed by Nintendo. Why? I think I read earlier because they released the Super NES games. Well, you know, they've got more SNES games in the backlog than GameCube ones. More people have NSO overall between Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. NSO versus NSO plus expansion pack, that you satisfy a larger audience with Super Nintendo titles, NES titles, than just GameCube, which is limited to NS2 expansion pack only. And those are bigger caliber, more valuable ports in some sense because they are newer, so there's more monetary value from the work that goes into putting them together. Although you could make the argument that some old classic games are worth more if you seeked out the pure cartridge over, you know, a disc equivalent of like a GameCube game. But since there's less to work with, I think we will get them less frequently. But we will get them, you know. I think over the span of the first half a year, we'll probably get something like 6 to 8 Nintendo GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack service for Nintendo Switch 2. 6 to 8 is something pretty reasonable. Maybe like upwards of 9, but I don't think more than 9 in the first half a year. How many do we have right now? Actually, is it about 4 or 5? So you got to look at it like this. You've got November and December and, you know, a little bit more than half of October. So you've got 2.5 months. I think there's nothing wrong if Pokemon XD Paul Gale of Darkness or Pokemon Coliseum come out anytime between June 5th and December 31st. fair game. If they don't get released by December 31st, then I think, they missed that first launch window. I mean, I guess the launch window of a system really could be like upwards of 9-10 months, maybe. That's really pushing it, though. I don't know. A year isn't a launch window anymore. 3 months is very clearly a launch window. Half a year could be. 9 months is like pushing it. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's kind of different, though. You know, Nintendo Switch, see, it released in March, missing out the first couple of months, but did not yet have its first holiday until that November, December period. So its launch window seems like a 10-month window. And that's like not too unrealistic to say 10-month launch window. Yeah. Even though it's sort of weird that like that's longer than 9 months. That's longer than 6 months. How is that a window? Due to when it came out, nobody really thinks back to like PlayStation 4, Xbox One and say their launch window was from November until September, right? Even though that's also 10 months. It's just, it's something different about launching later in the year. And then you've got Nintendo Switch 2 that launched smack dab in the middle pretty much, June 5th. So I think until December 31st, very easy to say, yeah, that's the launch window. But if you want to give it the same benefit of the doubt that you gave to Nintendo Switch and call it, 10 months, then I guess you could say until April. But when you start crossing over into next year territory, it gets weird. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, Pokemon Fan 34, I don't think worry about the Nintendo GameCube games not being there yet until we go into like 2026. If they're not there by mid-January, then you could say, well, what gives? It's been 6.5 months. They're not here yet. Anytime between now and December 31st, if they're here, that's fine. At least that's my opinion. You know what I mean? I think it's fair to expect them in that time because there's a lot of moving parts that Nintendo is doing. They've got these shorts, they've got third-party releases, trying to keep everything clean and smooth between their own releases, movie stuff, everything. A lot to balance. Mario Master James Bond Jr. on SNES was such a great game. I remember that. Steak 1024, hi there. Captain Bacon 35, hi there. Nin 128, I haven't opened FF Tactics yet. Playing other stuff at the moment. I'm the most disappointed by no release of any of the cruising games on NSO. Not one? Not even a Cruising USA N64 release? One of them should. One of them should by now. Captain Bacon 35. I pre-ordered Hades 2 at Target for a $2.50 discount, LOL. I don't mind waiting for it. I need to get through the backlog. Oh, you're going to love Hades 2. Ooh! If you liked Hades, which is why I'm guessing you pre-ordered Hades 2, you're gonna dig the sequel just as much. It's terrific. Tsukino Ame, hi there. I still feel they should release a GameCube game every month. That would be cool. They have 5 right now, right? Is it 5? Mario, Strikers, Chibi Robo, Soul Calibur 2, F-Zero GX, and The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. That's 5. That's 5 in 3 months that the system's out. Technically, October will be the 4th full month, right? 5th month total. I mean, you can't, October is the 5th month. That's 5 in 5 months. There you go. That's 5 in 5 months. You said 1 a month. Now they happen to front load it with 3 off the bat, but 5 in 5 months, that gives us 2 more before the year is up. I think they'll hit it. Pizza Tower physical release tomorrow. 5 still need to come. Luigi's Mansion is the next one. I could see Luigi's Mansion happening in October for Halloween. That's definitely possible. Absolutely. I love the first one. I dodged the early access as well, and will probably double dip on PC. Michael Gutmann, hi there. Joycey J, hey Paul, hey y'all, working and lurking. That's right. Corny Puddle, welcome to PGN White Belt. Welcome, Corny Puddle. That's a new re-upped subscription right there. Which means, boom, on the board. Thank you, Corny Puddle. It's 7 days to Pokemon ZA. Oh, that's right. Pokemon Fan 34, which makes me sad. What makes you sad? Well, while we wait for more people to show up, let me check right here real quick. Where are we at? Hey, we're at 21 watching and 16 liked. That's already off to a great start. Thank you all. F-Zero GX is practically unplayable without a GameCube controller. As a result, I haven't played any GC games on the service. Oh. You know, I've experimented both ways using my GameCube NSO controller for something like, what did I do? I played Tears of the Kingdom with it and Mario Kart World, and it was really cool. It was really cool, like, whoa, I'm playing with my GameCube controller here. Memory bank that I've had since like 18 to 24-year-old range, Paul, you know, where I was playing heavily GameCube, you know, back in the day. But now with modern games and modern graphics in my living room, and like, wow, it was pretty cool. Couple of minor adjustments because of the lack of every button, but it worked. And on the flip side, I played the Wind Waker with my Pro Controller. I'm like, this is pretty cool. Like, this is how Zelda feels these days. Or Soul Calibur, like, oh, my muscle memory is a little bit different than having the big A button in the middle and the B button off to the side, but overall, it worked out. You're talking about the Luigi's Mansion being next, possibly. Well, have you played Luigi's Mansion before? Okay, let's get into Tsukino Ame. In the short today, to got hit with a rolling pin. that was fun. That was so much fun. I knew it though. I knew it. I was joking, but not really joking at this point. I'm like, when I put in more effort into the shorts, they're not gonna do as well. They're not gonna do as well. You got 875 views for this backyard wrestling, don't try this at home short. Not to say it was like a masterpiece of cinema with a ton of editing and hours to do it. No, but there's a little bit more effort into that than a gaming history for October 8th Metroid Dread. You know what I mean? Easy 1,000 versus 875. But a lot of it comes down to the name, the search factor. Are people typing online for Metroid or Metroid Dread? Or are they typing online for kind of a little bit more of an obscure title without a giant legacy behind it, like Backyard Wrestling, you know? Are people typing in more about Nintendo 64's anniversary, thus that short popping more up in their feed? Or are they typing in more like Google acquired YouTube today?
Today in gaming history.
Who's
October
looking for
9th,
this?
2006. Google acquired YouTube for $1.65 billion. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and be sure to share this video with others. Thank you.
That's as simple of a reason why some videos do well and some don't. It's what are people looking up. But then you got some weird things that, like, Nintendo Switch is a very popular system. Yet this video 3,300, and then you go into the Nintendo 64, 19,000. Well, I think N64 was a bigger deal than the Nintendo Switch OLED model. How would just Nintendo Switch fare? I mean, I guess we'll have to find out March 3rd next year. Then you have something that makes sense. Super Mario 64, big game, polarizing title, iconic, 20,000 views. But then there's a little bit of a weird one in here. Where is it? It was the Final Fantasy Mystic Quest one, where Final Fantasy is a big title, yeah, but Mystic Quest isn't that big of a game necessarily, yet the video got like 17,000 views or something. I mean, one of the highest in all of the shorts. This one right here, yeah, 17,000. I'm not complaining. Like I said, I do it for fun, but it is interesting that sometimes the algorithm makes sense and sometimes it's really all over the place in terms of what's getting in your feed. I suppose if one thing gets a lot of likes and not a lot of swipe outs and a lot of comments, that helps build the algorithm up. So sometimes it might be a rare game that a lot of people have a small passion for that isn't so well known, but is like a cult classic, and that could do it. Sometimes it's literally the thumbnail. Oh well. In the end, it's all good. It's all fun. Tabby Cat Games, welcome. Sad you got to pay a subscription to play these games, and then they want to sell you a separate controller to really be able to play these games. And games because the remapping controller buttons are wonky. You know, in the case of like GoldenEye 007 though, I gotta say, you gotta do a little bit of a workaround by picking, you know, like solitaire in the games menu, and then on the system menu, reconfiguring, remapping some buttons and stuff. But playing GoldenEye 007 with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller might be better than playing on the Nintendo 64 controller. And like that N64 controller is a part of me, you know? I played the heck out of that controller, that system, and in particular, that game in GoldenEye 007, you know? Yet here I was playing with a Pro controller with the remapped controls, and I'm like, this might be better. But in some cases, yeah, maybe a title doesn't quite feel right. A lot of the N64 games are tough to play without the N64 controller because that controller just had 6 face buttons, you know, just a part of it. Richie Jard, hello Paul in chat, hope you're good. Hope you're doing well too, Richie. I look daily, if not every other day, for the shorts. Thank you. I need to do better at sharing. That's okay. You're watching them, liking them, commenting. I appreciate it. I mean, whatever you do is all good, Tabby. Thank you, though. Let's see. I will buy the GameCube controller for Switch 2 on eBay tomorrow. That's cool, Johan S. Is that who said that? Johan S. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Oh. think they're available on Nintendo. Yeah, they're still available. Never could get enough Pokemon. That's true. Mario Master. I'm afraid the next one will come for Halloween. Ash with $1. Boom. Thank you, Ash. I appreciate that. Ash on the board here with $1 dono. Thank you. We're getting there. We're getting towards the goal. Today's goal, as always, to give away something is $64. Today's giveaway and the next few giveaways will be that awesome Super Mario 3D All-Stars 3 coin set by Roger Enyart. Oh, I realized that got cut off. There we go. Ash, you're ready for Legends ZA? That's good. Yeah. I think it looks good. You know what? That's a good pull idea. I don't get why they don't give us all the Pokemon that came out on Game Boy. That would be nice. It would be nice to get red and blue, yellow. Get gold and silver. Maybe eventually. I don't know. I also 100%ed Mario Galaxy a week after the collection came out. Nice. That's cool, Ash. Did you play Galaxy 1 and 2 or just 1 so far? Paul, the real question is, when are they going to come out with a Game Boy card adapter for Pokemon Stadium on NSO? Yeah. See, it's not hollowed out. You don't have a spot to put in the expansion pack. Memory card, don't need to worry about. It's on the system, internal. Rumble pack, you don't have to worry about. Internal. Cord, it's all good. Wireless. But transfer pack, and if they ever do, actually no, I take that back. The Hey You Pikachu pack, oh, that one, Bluetooth, mic, headset, all that, that's okay. So I guess transfer pack. Yeah. Maybe there's a workaround with Pokemon Home or something like that. Yeah. Of course, they have to release red and blue on NSO so that it could work with it, but that would be cool. Play on N64, have it tap into your GameCube or Game Boy file that you play on NSO, and then back onto N64 for Stadium. Haven't touched Galaxy 2 yet. Did you play Luigi Galaxy for the... Okay, asking. All right, I'm going to put up a poll because I'm curious. Start a poll. All right. Let's get back to the sales. We kind of went off topic. In hardware for that same week, the best-selling piece of hardware was the Nintendo Switch 2 with 44,439 copies, units. In second, even with Ghost of Yotei launching, it wasn't enough for PlayStation 5 to top NS2, but it did have an increase over its previous week's 16,000 to this week 27,344. Nintendo Switch staying solid. I'm impressed. 24,109. Xbox Series doubling itself to 837, and PS4 with 19. It's a good looking October so far for video games. I am so excited for the Pokemon Legends ZA sales. Y'all don't know, or maybe you know. You know, but y'all don't know how excited I am. Let me tell you, I enjoy the sales data report every week, but I love the big heavy hitter game releases that shock everyone when it's like 700,000 copies of this game sold. It made the hardware go up to 200,000 for the week. The evergreens all popped up and all had this 15% bump. The total for the year just jumped up, 10% in 1 week. Like, that kind of stuff fuels me. And we're getting Pokemon Legends ZA in 1 week. That means next Thursday will be the last fairly neutral sales report day that we have. Because then Pokemon is out, and the following Thursday, so 2 weeks from today, that's going to be a hyped live stream on October 23rd. October 23rd's live stream is going to be wild because we're going to have, like today, our video game sales topic and whatever else happens. But part of that video game sales topic is going to be on just how well did Pokemon Legends ZA do. And we're going to see some crazy numbers because check out the install base of Nintendo Switch in Japan. It's not slowing down. It's staying above 20,000 a week every week. Now you could say, well, it's slowing down from previous years. Yes, but it's still doing very well. And there are over 36 million Nintendo Switch systems that have been sold in Japan. And over 2.1 million Nintendo Switch 2 sales so far. Pokemon is one of the biggest franchises in Japan. Legends Arceus favored very well. Legends ZA has the opportunity to do even better of an opener because it's available on 2 systems, one of which, Nintendo Switch, has a bigger install base now than it did when Scarlet and Violet came out, when Sword and Shield came out, when Legends Arceus came out. So I think we're going to have something special. And when we see Nintendo Switch 2 boost up, it's not that, Nintendo Switch 2 couldn't have sold more previously, but I'm sure that Nintendo is giving just enough stock per week for Japan and all of these territories, but is holding off on some of that supply so that they could have enough to definitely go along with the launch of these heavy hitter games like Pokemon Legends ZA, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Riders, and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. 4 big games that they have yet to release this year. They've got to properly distribute the amount of stock available to line up well with these launches, not to ever not release something to a store or to a region, but to hold off on a certain amount. Not to manipulate the market, but you got to have enough for when these big games come out, So I'm stoked. I'm stoked to hear the big sales numbers. OMG, Hey You Pikachu, yes. Hey You Pikachu and Seaman, a couple of the very first games that had microphone talk communication between you and a CPU, right? DK Bonanza's doing great, yeah. I got Pokemon Legends ZA and DLC. Heck yeah, Aaron. That's nice. I'm super hyped for Pokemon this year, Tabby. Cool. So first was Switch 2. Yes, first was Switch 2 again. Violet and Scarlet were disappointing compared to Arceus. I liked Arceus definitely more. Aaron Cedillo got the Legends ZA and DLC also. Cool. Pokemon is gold. Pokemon is gold? Pokemon Gold or Pokemon is gold? Yeah, I think the Pokemon and Switch 2 package is going to be a big seller this Christmas. Yeah. I mean, you already got Mario Kart World bundle doing well. You throw in an alternate bundle. Technically, the Mario Kart World one is worth a little bit more because you're getting, an $80 game in there for $500, so it makes it 50. Pokemon Legends ZA, a $70 game in there for 50, but still, it's like a $20 savings versus a $30 savings, but still a savings. Still not a bad idea to just get the bundle. Oh, it's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool to see. Who would have thought? I mean, I did. But who would have thought that Nintendo Switch this far into the game in its life, as it approaches turning 9 in March, will still be getting games, not just releases, but 10 million guaranteed sellers. Like Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be another instant 10 million seller on Nintendo Switch. And that's just wild. That far in. What else? What else will be a 10 million seller? How many more 10 million sellers does the system have left in its tank? Maybe something else besides Legends ZA. Mario Galaxy 1+2 might be it. Legends ZA. I would love it if Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was, but I don't know. Between two versions worth, maybe. That would be a big triumph if it did. We've got Miitopia next year. We'll see. Mario Master saying 6,000 subscribers almost. Let's get it. That's right. Getting close. It's pretty cool. John Castle, with Mario Kart World Bundle and Pokemon ZA, Switch 2 will sell 15 million by the end of the year. I like the sound of that. It's at something like 9 point something million, right? Like I would be absolutely shocked if it's not at 9 by now. You know what I mean? A healthy holiday season and enough stock could be 15 before the end of the year. How do you pre-download ZA, little goth boy? You got to go on the eShop, buy it, and then if they give you the prompt to download it, it will just let you download it now, but not be able to play it yet, if it gives you that opportunity. Yeah. I can't wait to wear cute clothes in ZA, Tsukino Ame. Switch 2 is doing better than Switch 1, right? Yes, it is selling faster right now. Yeah. Johannes, I can't get GameCube controller on Nintendo Store because I live in Sweden, so I will go on eBay instead. Yeah, understandable. Hopefully not too much of an extra price. Pokemon Gold is gold. Yeah, Byzantium. I got you. That was one of the first games I sold when I was working in retail back in 2000. I was in high school, junior year. Electronics Boutique. And Pokemon Gold and Silver were a couple of the first games that I was selling to customers. That, Majora's Mask, PlayStation 2, because that was all October of that year. JM Powers 83. Greetings, Paul and other mortal humans. I'm very upset today. The Yankees lost last night and are eliminated from the playoffs. I voted no in the Pokemon poll because I never got into Pokemon. Well, JM Powers 83, sorry to hear about your baseball fandom side being done for the playoffs. But hopefully on the gaming side you're having some fun. As for not ever getting into Pokemon, let's see, what would be a safe place for you to start if you're curious? I mean, I'd recommend Pokemon X or Pokemon Y as my favorites, probably. But since that's not super easily accessible, unless if you have a 3DS or something, Pokemon Legends Arceus might be a safe place for you to try. New Pokemon Snap, very different. JM Powers 83, but fun. You might like it. I don't know. Couple of safe bets, sort of. Paul Gelbert, off topic, can't remember. Did Nintendo do something for Zelda's 35th, and what do you think they have planned for the 40th? Hey, Richie Jard, perfect topic. I mean, these streams go however y'all want. I mean, we're talking sales, we talk about anything here, you know? Yeah, for the 35th anniversary, they did The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD and the releasing of the Legend of Zelda themed Joy-Cons, which was 2 different shades of blue. So nothing too big. But for the 40th anniversary, I am expecting between this window of February 2026 and August 2027 a good amount of Zelda stuff in that like 1 year, 5 month span. One, definitely the movie. That's a given. We know it's coming, you know, May of 2027. So that fits into that 40th anniversary celebration. Two, I think sometime in March or April next year, we're getting that Zelda Lego set that very well might be the diorama piece of Link fighting Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time. Since the previous year had this Ocarina of Time / Breath of the Wild themed Deku Tree set, makes me wonder, Ocarina then? Ocarina early next year, another Lego piece? Random bits of Ocarina art. Zelda turning 40. Ocarina of Time a couple of years shy of turning 30. Maybe next year is the year for the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. So I'm going to go with an ambitious next year, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. I'm going to put the good vibes out there into the world that it's happening November 2026. I'm putting it out there. But I could see something else. On the low end, something like a Legend of Zelda 40th anniversary specialized NSO game, like Zelda 40, you know, kind of like they did with Mario 35. The more ambitious me says, not only do we get Ocarina of Time remake, but we also get a tease at the next big Zelda game that they say, you know, coming 2027 or 2028 or something like that. But at least we get to see the first trailer. A little bit wishful thinking, but could be cool, you know. And then there's Twilight Princess. I don't think we get like Twilight Princess Remastered and Ocarina of Time remake in the same year. But if it's not Ocarina of Time remake, I think Twilight Princess Remastered stands a chance. Or maybe they release the Wind Waker Wii U, but up it to 4K. Throw something else. But yes, I think there's Zelda. There's no way there's not. Maybe it's even something like a theme park additional announcement, like an add-on of some sorts. Maybe that's something, but there's going to be some Zelda. I'm hoping for some more cool things like exclusive t-shirts would be pretty sweet. Collaboration with Puma or Nike or Reebok or Adidas or somebody with a shoe line. I wouldn't mind some cool Zelda shoes. Levi's, come on, give me a Zelda themed Levi denim jacket, jeans. I'm all over that. Crocs, whatever. But yeah, I don't think Nintendo skips Zelda's 40th. Good question. Hi, Paul. Still playing Bonanza. Got a battery charger. What Thunderstash recommended. That's cool, Richard Pauly. So you're playing your Nintendo Switch 2 in portable mode, taking it anywhere you go, and having like a lot more battery life. That's not bad. Beyond like the 2 hours, right? That's pretty good. Are you looking forward to Switch 2 releases? Yakuza, I should say, Kiwami 1 and 2 next month. I haven't played. Did I play? I haven't played either of them. So, yeah, they're also being released for more affordable price, are they not? Stake 1024. I don't think I played Kiwami 1 and 2. Or if I did, I dabbled a little bit in it. I haven't played too much of the overall Yakuza series. So I'm not super well versed in it. So, yeah. Came out on PS3 and PS4 in 2016. I don't think I played it. And a couple of years later was Kiwami 2. Yeah, I think they look pretty cool though. I might pick up them because I also think that they are I don't want to say budget release, but they're not $60 games if I'm not mistaken. Byzantium says go Mets, Toronto Blue Jays upset Yankees. Oh well. Good riddance to Yankees. Go Jays. I bought that one Pokemon game on Switch. I don't remember which one. Not Pikachu, Eevee. The ones after those. Probably Sword and Shield, JM Powers 83. That's my guess. I didn't play it much. Time for LA Dodgers to become back-to-back champions. Yeah, John Castle. Let's see. They won last year, right? And then before 2025, the other one was like 2019 or 2020 or something like that. They have a couple. They have a couple in the last... 2 in the last decade or so. Or 2 in the last 8 years. Something like that. Phillies are still in. They win tonight and Saturday. They make it. Switch 2 is the ultimate console where almost every games are available. Heck yeah. Go Brewers. What was the weird cartoon they released a couple days ago with the baby? And I'm assuming the baby's mother? That was a Pikmin thing, right? Yeah, it was a Pikmin short that Nintendo released. First, with a Pikmin not being visible to us, and then a following video of what it looks like to have the Pikmin present, which they always were, just we couldn't see. I bought Stray today, Dirk Schneider says. I was curious of the Nullwood. I was curious of the Kowloon walled city inspired setting, and I like cats. That's cool, Dirk Schneider. You know, what'd you get it for? Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 5? I bought it for my PS5 back a few years ago and liked it. I thought Stray was good. I also like cats, you know, and it's a good game. Then when I found out that it's coming to Nintendo Switch, I was like, probably if I knew that it would come to Nintendo Switch in a couple of years, I might have waited just because it looks visually comparable and plays similar enough that I could have waited and probably had that little bit greater access to because, you know, also having it portably. But then again, that's not something that I knew. Oh yeah, if I wait 2 years, it'll come over, you know. So I'm glad I got it when I did. But I hope you're having fun with it. whether you're playing on PS or Nintendo. People were saying it looked like Rosalina, but looked like a boy. Yeah, when babies are that young, boys and girls could be a little bit discernible. Yeah, hard to distinguish. It did look a little bit like Rosalina. Could have been Samus Aran too, you know. I like Sword and Shield, but not Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl. It would be cool to have Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD on one cartridge as a release. I want Ocarina of Time remake on Switch 2. OMG, I'd be broke if they did a denim set. Heck yeah. I got Yakuza 0, but I haven't played it yet. We still haven't got any themed Joy-Cons. No, we have not. Not on Nintendo Switch 2 yet. What's your money on Zelda, Mario, or Pokemon? What's my money on it? A lot. Because I've spent a lot of money on Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon over the years. Dirk Schneider, Yooka Replayly will be released on cartridge apparently. Looks good. Yeah, it does. I watched a couple of different content creators talk about the game and how well it's running on Nintendo Switch 2. Performance looking nice. Andre Segers from Game Explain had positive things to say on it. Wait, did the Mets even make the playoffs? They spent like $100 billion on Juan Soto and they went nowhere. Franco Stapardi. Hello, everybody. Hello, Franco. Welcome. It could have been Zelda. Okay. I think we caught up to the chat. That's good. It could have been Zelda. Didn't take me as long this time, which is good. Okay, let's close this poll. How did it turn out? Are you getting Pokemon Legends ZA next week? 40% flat out yes. 44% no. 16% no, but will eventually. So of this audience, 56% are going to get Pokemon and 44% aren't. Okay. I got Stray on Xbox Series X, but I will stop paying for Game Pass now. It's getting expensive. Yeah. You know what I did, Dirk Schneider? I mean, I don't know if they'll have quite this good of a deal again, but around Black Friday, I think back in 2019, because I don't think I had a Series X yet, which released November 2020. I bought a bunch of, on really good sale, really good discount, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate 3-month cards, and each one was like $20 or $10 or something like that. But basically, it's like you buy a few of them, and then if you bought enough, you got one free, which was a whole 3 months free. So I spent like $60. I think my wife spent $20. So like $80 between the two of us. And I think we got over 3 years or almost 4 years worth of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is a lot. I forgot the exact price and the exact breakdown and how many did we get, but they don't expire. It's just a code. You use that code when you want 3 months. So once in a while, like I don't always have my Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription active. It's when a new game comes out, I'll get out that piece of paper or that email or whatever. I'll type in the code, boom, and I'll play. And I'll have a few months of access to whatever they have available. and like, all right, done. And then maybe like several months or a year later, I'll bust out another one. Like I still have several left, and here we are, like 5, 6 years later almost, and I still have these codes left. So that's what I would recommend, kind of. If there's a deal, Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, Amazon, wherever, where it's, buy Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, code access, redeemable at any time, big sale discount, buy them, buy a few, especially if you're paying a lot less, right? Hold on to them. Don't activate every month. Boom, 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 boom. Wait till some time goes by until something really comes out awesome. Activate it. Have it for a month or 2 or 3, and then choop, done, done, done. And then wait several more months till something big and awesome comes out again. Unless there's something always there that you constantly want to have access to all 12 months out of the year. Then it's a little bit different story. For me, that wasn't the case, so that's kind of why I did it. That was my strategy. Do you think Prime 4 is getting a Switch 2 bundle for Christmas? Part of me says no, because I think they might have released it by now. Part of me says maybe, because it's entirely possible that Nintendo just didn't reveal that yet. They've got more in the works, more behind the scenes when it comes to Metroid. They're still planning on doing a Prime 2 and 3 Shadow Drop and then a physical version afterwards. They've still got plans for a Prime 4 Beyond Direct. They still have yet to fully show off what the amiibo are going to do and past amiibo and that kind of thing. Another mysterious element that we didn't yet see in the previous trailers, they're going to give a little bit of a tease of. And maybe one last thing is, and here's a Metroid Prime 4 Beyond themed orange and green Pro Controller, or purple and red Pro Controller, or a pair of Joy-Cons, or a bundle with Nintendo Switch 2. So maybe. Save Me is going to say no bundle for Christmas, that they already have enough with Mario Kart World and Pokemon Legends ZA. But I wouldn't mind there being a Prime 4 bundle, because I would like to see the game in as many people's hands as possible and sell well, Shadow Frosty 101 saying hello. Hello there. I hope this new Pokemon game is decent, not bad. If it's at least as good as Arceus, I will be very happy, because I liked Arceus a lot. I think Mario Kart gets the bundle. Yeah. My Nintendo Online subscription will run out in February 26th of 2028. That's a nice time, Johannes. That's you've got almost 2.5 years. That's pretty good. There's a show on Netflix about people in the military called Boots. I heard it's really good. I'm probably going to watch the first episode tonight. That's cool. I haven't heard of that. I prefer getting physical games. Subscription services gives me anxiety because I often take breaks when I don't play on a certain system for months. Yeah, I can see that too. Let's see if there's anything new in the world of X. Step into your worst nightmare and revel in the terror as Fortnitemares returns to Battle Royale on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch with a terrifying new cast of horror icons. It'll be a scream. And we got some Scooby-Doo action in here with Jason Voorhees. Some Scream action. Cool. Pokemon Company just showed off new updated build screenshots for Pokemon Legends ZA on Nintendo Switch 2. Let's see what Player Essence OJ over there had to share. Yeah, the game's looking crisp. I mean, the graphics are nice. It's not super complex, but it's nice. They're good. I would like to see Game Freak take a longer time with the next gen, 10th gen Pokemon and really crank out something pretty, you know? But they're moving in the right direction. They've got powerful hardware. Just give them more time. Let's see what Nintendo Prime has to say. Some fun numbers with Switch 2. Let's compare to Switch 1. If you launch a line this to Switch 1, you get this comparison. Month 1 versus 2, month 2, month 3, Switch 1 and Switch 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Even more fun is this. If you year-to-date align them instead, which gives a big advantage to Switch 1 because it gives them 6 months instead of 3 months. Switch 2 is still 20% ahead. Yeah, I'm going to like that. I'm going to like that too. Boom, boom. Well, that's cool. I like that there's a Brazil-focused commercial for Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see. Anything on this end? Not a whole lot of news. Not a whole lot of news today yet. But, hey, we know that even on a Thursday where there's no news, we're going to at the very least talk about video game sales coming out of Japan. Our stream is just about over, by the way. We hit our Nintendo 64 minute mark. We're at 71 minutes. So we'll probably wrap up soon. Unless if you have any more questions. We've got 29 people watching, 23 likes. Good numbers. Let's see. Also, Is It a Cake is back on Netflix. I remember that show. My kids and I like that, and my wife likes that. I love that show. I want to eat all those cakes really bad. They all look delicious. Like, NSO is not expensive in Sweden. It's 429 krona for 12 months for one person. Hey, Paul, do you think Switch 2 NSO will ever get Wii or DS? And will that be getting saved for the next generation? Or will that be saved? I think Wii and DS will come eventually, but I think it's going to be another tier. I don't see them throwing Wii and DS onto expansion pack at the current expansion pack price. And if they upped the price to accommodate for those, some people would be like, whoa, I don't need those. I'm okay with paying this. Or they up the price regardless, but by not too much, then it's one thing. But if you up the price by a considerable amount and put in the new systems, there will be some folks that say, hold on, I didn't want the new systems. You know what I mean? Well, I'm happy with it, but the price jump is too much. Unless if the price jump is a little bit with the new systems, then you might not disappoint everybody. The best way to do it is, I think, well, I guess the best way for consumers would be, yeah, don't up the price and throw in the new systems. I just don't think that's likely. So I think a third tier, with the third tier getting Wii and DS is a decent possibility. And maybe something like Dreamcast added in that third tier. And then the expansion pack getting another system like Saturn, but then that's it. You've got Virtual Boy and Saturn in there, and expansion pack goes up a little bit, and the base one goes up a little bit. Maybe you even give the base one something like Game Gear or TurboGrafx 16, something like that, you know? But I think eventually every tier, whether it's 2 or 3, will eventually go up in price. But that, yeah, we will get a third tier down the road with Wii and DS. And personally, I would like to see Dreamcast added because I think it's cool that Nintendo here in the 2020s, 20 teens, made a Sega Genesis controller that says made by Nintendo on the back. Yet it's a Sega controller. 1990s me would be like, wow, can't believe it. I want to have that again with Dreamcast. Dreamcast, GameCube from that same era. Fast forward 20 years, Nintendo's making a controller, GameCube, and Dreamcast. What? So that'd be cool. It would be pretty cool. Honestly, I might buy the new Pokemon ZA game. I usually get all the new Pokemon games whenever they release since it's spread out. I really enjoyed Arceus. Yeah. The grifters took the latest Arcana data real badly. Man, Nintendo Switch 2 sold great for the month of August, as it did July, as it did September, well, that we will fully see, as it did June. Where's that Circana drop? I just put it up. Where is it? I guess it's already been a few days. Yeah. Nintendo Switch 2 did 400,000 plus in the United States alone in August. 256,000 plus in Japan alone for August. That's not taking into consideration Australia, all of Europe, Canada, South America, etc. That's a lot of extra sales that you're leaving out of the discussion. Yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 sales are trending 77% ahead of the time aligned sales of its predecessor and 5% ahead of PS4. Now that's just US, you know. DS makes more sense to come this gen. I think we will come for Switch 3 in my opinion. Or they will do another tier this gen. I'm on the fence of another tier later this gen. Don't forget Nintendo Switch 2 is a baby. It's been out, 4 months. Over the next 7.5 years, I think the system is going to just have so much. Do you think the Virtual Boy accessory will sell better than the original did? It has to sell about 800,000 in order to do so. That's a lot for an accessory. It's limited to expansion pack. You cannot play it on the TV. In order to fully experience it properly, you have to buy the device. Okay. I think I'm going to go with yes, the Virtual Boy accessories will sell more than the original Virtual Boy did, meaning the cardboard and the actual construct replica of Virtual Boy. I think combined they'll sell more than original Virtual Boy. Because that's not too bold of a statement. You got a $25 cardboard apparatus and a $110 piece of plastic out of tens of millions of people that have the service subscribed. Small percentage of that is all it takes to get it up there to like 800,000 sales. Yeah, we'll go with yeah. What do you think? I would consider the new ZA games at 50. The visuals look boring and moving around the city looks like it might be janky. And we'll see. We'll see, Michael Gutman. All right, everyone. I think that's going to do it for our stream. What do you think? Thank you very much to Ash for the donation, Corny Puddle, Pokemon Fan 34 for both upping your, or renewing, I should say, your subscription, which technically counts as a donation as well. So thank you. We might not have hit our Nintendo 64 goal to give out the Super Mario 3D All-Stars 3 coin pack set today, but that's okay. Hopefully you had a good time watching. I saw a lot of chat amongst each other today, like just about each other's dogs and cats and bathing and boom, 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 boom. It was good. Hey, we just got a little bit of a stream extension here. Roger Enert with a yo, happy Thursday, everyone. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. I've been cleaning, doing laundry, vacuuming, rearranging stuff. Big thank you, Roger. You came in here in the nick of time. We more or less talked about our topics, which is a little bit light since nothing new major happened since the Pikmin short, but we ended up with some fun talks on sales, so that was cool. Yeah. And in general, you know how these streams go. We talk about anything. You know what? You know what's a good way to extend the stream? We talk about anything. I have a good idea of how to extend the stream. Let me see. What would be a fun one to do? What would be? I have a fun idea. Yeah, Tabby Cat Games member gifts. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Is Backyard Wrestling the one that could benefit the most? That's the one with the least. Backyard Wrestling video needs a little bit of help. It's at 876. All right.
I'm ready for all challengers. Bring it on. Even you. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Nothing.
Here's my challenge.
From any of you.
Let's do it.
Oh, why oh. Is that all you got? That was nothing. Oh. Today in gaming history.
I'm doing this on
October 9th,
purpose.
2003. Backyard Wrestling. Don't try this at home. Launched for the Xbox in North America. I'm ready for
All right.
challengers.
That short has 49 likes. Can we get it to 64 likes? If we get that short to 64 likes, I'm going to donate some memberships right now. Come on. 15 more likes to this short. And we're going to do some donos. We're gonna do it. I'm going to refresh. A little comment. Oh, hey, Roger Enert. Tabby, you know why there are no memberships today. I don't know why. But, well, you're talking to Tabby. But I hope this helps a little more. Heck yeah, it helps, Roger. Woo, with a 15. Boom. Big thank you. Boom. Big thank you, Roger. That wrestling short was awesome. Thank you, Richie. Some of you have already liked it. So it might not be able to get to 64, but that's the goal. If we could get that to 64, I'm going to drop some donos right now in the chat. Well, not donos. I'm donating to myself. I'm going to drop some gifted memberships right now. If you've already liked it, I guess don't unlike it and then re-like it because that won't change the number. A comment. What's that? 15? All right. We need either 15 more likes or 15 more comments on that short. We get to 15 more likes or 15 more comments. I'm gonna do a little bit of a membership gifting surprise. You didn't see it yet? Well, JM Powers 83, you gotta click that link. I like the baking items you got hit with. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Has anyone seen the trailer for Skate Story? It's coming out December 8th on Switch 2. It looks awesome. I don't think I have. 46 likes. How did it go down? Oh, but the views are up. 902. That's good. $55 likes. Okay, 55. That's getting close to 64. And the comments, it went up by 2. Okay. I just liked it. Thank you, Michael Gutman. Okay. Byzantium. Thank you. I'm getting these comments live. So we got 2 more comments in here. We got some more likes in there. Is it possible to get 9 more likes? Or 7 more comments or something? I don't know. Tabby Cat Games, now you've shared it to all your gaming medias. That's awesome. Thank you. Roger Inyart. I went PC monitor shopping earlier. I spent over $1,000 on 2 4K monitors. Ooh, that's gotta look good though. So yeah, broke for a while now. Rolling on the floor laughing. Hey, the fact that you spent $1,000 on 2 more monitors is awesome, by the way. I'm operating on a 1 monitor setup here and probably could have benefit from a second one. But very cool for you on getting that. And secondly, the fact that you spent that much and still contributed to the stream, extra appreciation. Thank you. Just added a like and comment. Big thank you. Steak 1024. Michael, 1 OLED and 1 LCD. Nice. 57 likes. I like that comment. Try this at home. You really should invest in a second one if you choose the game in the office. Yeah, Tabby Cat, I think so. Yvonne Francois with an awesome comment. Big thank you. I appreciate these comments coming in because with a little bit of luck, it'll help the algorithm enough where it's like, oh, all of a sudden, this video that's been out for 12 hours got a bit of a boost in the comments and the watches and the likes. Maybe it gets distributed to more people. That's how it always works. You know what I mean? It always works like that. Yet sometimes there's things at play that we don't know or don't fully get. Niche title, something unique or weird about the thumbnail that works. Did we hit the Nintendo 64? No, we didn't. But you know what? The community came out. The community helped. We're going to do it anyways. I'm not going to gatekeep a challenge when I asked, hey, Do y'all mind hitting that like button a little bit more? Hey, do y'all mind hitting that comment button anymore? Y'all did. Maybe it didn't hit the number, but I'm grateful for the fact that you did it. So I am going to, regardless, do something pretty cool. I hope some of you that are gray right now have the ability to receive this, because I don't know where it's going. But let's do it. Polygale Network with the 7 gifted memberships. Who did they go out to? Oh, we got a couple of regulars that received them. Right on. Yvonne Francois, good timing. It being your birthday just a week and a half ago. Right on. Egomaniac 87, congratulations. Steve Dottie, Taurus, Young Lean's third child. That's 5 of you. That's how many I gifted. Welcome. You're welcome. 3 of you, I don't recognize the names as regulars on here. Obviously, Yvonne and Egomaniac are here quite often with Yvonne Francois, here right now. I'm doing something a little bit different. I made the gifted memberships green temporarily to see if I can avoid YouTube not giving some out. And so far that's worked. They were white for a long time. YouTube told me, well, I think by default they were blue. YouTube said this is the recommended, the blue one. But then I thought, well, it's easier to have more if it's white, and also people could give out more if they choose to gift. I mean, anybody could buy whatever they want at any time, but easier to give out more if somebody, wants to give out 7 memberships. They could give 7 people 7 memberships for $1 each. If someone wants to give out 1 membership at $7, only 1 recipient. It's a more valuable membership, but it's fewer people. But ever since we hit that little bit of a holding period where it's like, dude, the memberships are going, but to whom? Some of us end up getting refunded. Some, it went later on distributed to people that we didn't know, like who were the recipients of. That's why I've been going back and forth between, all right, let's go to blue to white. Blue, white. Hold it at white. Let's try a green. And then I'm going to take it back to blue, take it back to white. And for today's stream, it's green. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. That puts that Polygale Network guy on the board with 5 times 7. That's 35 today from Polygale Network. Oh, hold on. We don't want that. We don't want that black one. We want the green one in here. PGN with the 35. And just like that, we're getting close to our Nintendo $64 giveaway. Although I guess technically the October total, well, there's a little bit of an asterisk here because it is me. It is me. We'll put it. We don't need an asterisk. You all know who I am. So the the person who's not me has the true top October membership gifting. We'll be up there for the day. I didn't read the chat for a bit. I can't like them and watch the stream at the same time on my phone, but I went through all of them this morning and made sure to watch and like each one I missed. Thank you, Roger. That's awesome of you. Tabbycat Games, y'all also don't forget to hit the like button on this stream. Yeah. Mario Master is crazy that it's almost the Game Awards. Yes. Oh no, David's lost his white belt. Oh no! Did David? Yeah, David did lose the white belt. Uh-oh. That's okay. Maybe it was a gifted membership, or maybe it's not set to like auto renew. Uh, I'll keep the gate. Congrats, y'all. Roger, yeah, 7 on this one. Richie Jard, thanks to Paul Gale gifting his own channel. Roger Enyart, yeah, the green belt one. Maybe one day I'll do a gifted brown belt one. If I do that, hopefully the folks that get them would put to good use like the request out of it, you know. Who is this Mr. Network? iByzantium says. iByzantium, are you able to receive gifts? David Patterson, I know you can. How about JM Powers 83. After that one time that we put up the tutorial video on how to redeem, did you end up redeeming or not? Or did you end up enabling redemptions of, yeah, free gifted membership things? I do think so now, LOL. Well, iByzantium, I hope you are the recipient of a membership dono in the near future. We're only $12 away, by the way, from gifting a Super Mario 3D All-Stars 3 coin set that Roger Enyart is donating. That's an even better value than the standard $10 eShop card, because that's like a $20, $22 equivalent gift if you had to go on eBay. So maybe someone will get one today. We'll see. I wish YouTube would fix it so you can gift a specific member. Yeah, Tabby Cat Games, that would be cool. I don't know why. I also don't know why you can't buy a gift for a friend digitally anymore on the Nintendo Switch. Like, I enjoyed that ability on Wii, and I was able to buy some gifts for friends digitally. Like, hey, I want you to play this. I'm buying it for you. There you go. Wii and Wii U. I remember like, dude, you haven't played Super Metroid? I'm gifting you that. You can't gift someone digital games anymore on eShop. I would like to. Sweet Tea, what's up, Paul? Are the sales still good? Heck yeah, Sweet Tea, they're good. We could go over them real quick again. In Japan, Nintendo Switch 2 was the best-selling system of the week with over 44,000, followed by PS5 at 27,000, Nintendo Switch at 24,000, Xbox Series at 837, and then PS4 at 19. And then in software, not too surprisingly, Ghost of Yotei was the best-selling game of the week with 120,000, followed by Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 with 48,000. And then you've got the rest of the top 10. Final Fantasy Tactics on Nintendo Switch did 41,000. Better than the PS5 or Nintendo Switch 2 versions, but yeah, it was a pretty good list. In 2 weeks, we're going to have a really awesome sales data stream because we're going to go over how well did Pokemon Legends ZA do the weekend ahead, right? That game comes out in 7 days, but in 14 days, we'll get the results of how did it do in that first weekend. JM Powers 83, I still can't figure it out. iByzantium, I think just unlucky at this point, but I'm fine either way. I'll always be here and liking, etc. Well, thank you, iByzantium. That's good. Roger saying, let's give out 2 if we hit the 64 of the stream. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty big. So Roger is willing to give away 2 of his coin sets if we hit the Nintendo $64 this stream. That's better odds than. I mean, that's like. That's extra good. That's extra good. Because normally 64 gives out $10. This was 64 gives out $20. Now it's essentially $64 gives out $40. They're pretty sweet coins. Someone who likes Mario is gonna like them. I mean, even if you don't like Mario, I think you like them because they're pretty dope. Sweet Tea, this is good. Anyone know if the Pokemon pre-orders are largely for Switch 1? I like the ratio, but that's probably not available. Sweet Tea, since there are 154 million Nintendo Switch owners out there and like 9 million Nintendo Switch 2 owners, yeah, I've got to say, odds are heavily in favor of the majority of Legends ZA sales being for Nintendo Switch. That being said, I think a lot of people are going to buy the game on Nintendo Switch 2. Like, if you have both systems at this point, which probably most NS2 owners have a Nintendo Switch, some are probably first time into the Nintendo Switch community, but most probably have an existing system. People are excited for that Switch 2 build, you know. Looks better, runs more smoothly. It's going to be the better version, but I think a lot of people, over 10 million, are going to buy up that game between the two versions this holiday season. It keeps saying to go to gift settings, but I can't find that. I was hoping that video would help last time. Ooh, Tabby Cat Games with a 5. Oh, snap. We're getting close to the giveaway. Shoot, that's pretty cool. 58. Oh, I love it when we can give away some goodies. It helps make this just a unique vibe, a unique community, you know? Because every stream, it's possible to give something, not just once a year for the channel's anniversary, or once a year for my birthday, or every 5,000 members, 5,000 subscribers, every time we hit 100,000 new, which it's going to be a while till we hit 100,000, you know, we're getting to 6, right? But like every stream, we give something away. If we just hit that little total, you know? So it's pretty cool. You all make it possible. So thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you, Tabby Cat. I challenge the stream to help us get to that Nintendo 64. Wow, that's very generous of you, Roger. Yep. Can we pre-order the Pokemon bundle? Yes. Boo Mini asks, what are your favorite cozy October video games? Favorite cozy October video games? I don't know if I have a favorite October cozy video game. Cozy October video game. I mean, I like Luigi's Mansion. I like Luigi's Mansion a lot. I don't know if it's cozy. It's got that cozy / adventurous feeling to it. Sweet Tea with the 5. Oh, wait. Hold on. Did that do it? Oh, my gosh. With what? With $1 away. Woo! Sweet Tea, big thank you. Oh, my gosh. No pressure to anybody in the chat, obviously. You only do what you could do to afford and stuff. But if we somehow don't... Hey, there's Steak 1024 with $1. I was just going to say, if we somehow Don't get it. What the heck? I would be I would be a little bit disappointed if we somehow didn't reach it because like come on. Come on. How do you not get it if you're at 63? Sweet Tea got us to 63. Steak 24, Steak 1024 got us to Nintendo 64, and then 128 topped it off with another 2, and we're at 66. Big thank you. Now I'm going to have to stretch this out. Because you never know. And here the stream was close to ending. We were at the 72-minute mark. A whopping 33 minutes ago. With a little bit of activity here and there. And all of a sudden, we just growing and growing and growing and growing. Yeah, I added that, right? 66? Looks good. 66. We did it. We did it. So today is a coin giveaway. It was going to be a single package of coin giveaways. However, Roger said, how about 2? It's Roger's gift. If that's what you would like to do, Roger, we could do it. Richie Jard, big thank you to all the donors and also to Roger for his prizes. Y'all need that reminder of what it looks like? Freezy the Hero. I miss the PlayStation All-Stars days. It would be fun if we get a sequel. Yeah, Freezy the Hero. That was a fun game. It was a pretty wild time, too, you know? It's kind of too bad that, I mean, I won't say it's impossible that, you know, PlayStation doesn't put another studio together. Whether it is bringing back somebody like Superbot Entertainment for another project, or somebody new entirely. I wouldn't mind it coming back one day, and I wouldn't be entirely surprised either, but it would be cool. It was fun covering that game prior to launch, at launch, another project, post-launch, or talking with the devs, etc., you know? Good times, though. Anything else I missed? I remember you mentioning it before it got announced. Yeah, Freezy the Hero. I learned about that game, I want to say, E3 2010. Around, not at E3 necessarily, but around summerish 2010 I learned about it. And then I first mentioned it online October 2011, and then it was unveiled like May 2012, and I think the game came out that October 2012. I remember I went to the PlayStation All-Stars launch party in October 2012, and I think the game came out right around there too. Yeah. That was a cool time. You know, it's also a cool time. A cool time is a giveaway. Roger, are we doing 1 or 2? Yeah, Freezy the Hero. That was a long time ago. Shipping to US only, though, folks, unless you want to pay for international shipping. Yeah. So Roger's kindly given away this. He doesn't have to do that. It's a very generous, roughly $22 gift that, he could make a little bit of extra money and sell it on eBay himself, but he's not. He's gifting it to the community. And he is gifting too. He can't back out now, he says. Hey, if you backed out, I wouldn't count it as backing out. That's your card, and it's still generous, it is still awesome, and we still get it. But that's cool, that's cool. So we're giving away 2 of these. Woo, pretty exciting. My recommendation would be, if you happen to win and you're in the US, offer Roger to pay for shipping. If Roger insists, no, folks, I'll pay for shipping. If you're in the US and he insists, that's between you two. That's okay. How I would handle it is, if I'm winning a free gift, I'm going to pay for shipping. But that's just me. International, though, you're elsewhere in the world, Roger said right there, you gotta pay for shipping yourself. Understandable, right? Not fair to pay $17 to send something halfway across the world, 15,000 miles away. It's like, dude, come on. If you want it and you want it, you could pay the shipping, which would be less than the cost of the gifts. And then you had a free gift still at the end of the day. All right, I'm gonna roll it. We're gonna do 2 different rolls, I guess. Right now, if you want to be entered into this pretty sweet, see, for me it's left, but for you it's right. Or, well, for you it's left, but it's my right. It's weird the way the camera works. If you want to be entered into this giveaway, we're giving away 2. Hit the number 1 time in the chat right now, and we'll roll and see who's the first person that's going to win one of these coins. And we're going to give away 2 today. Let's go. Hit 1 in the chat if you want to be rolled into this sweet Super Mario 3D All-Stars coin giveaway. I saw someone in the chat, Michael Gutman, asking, do you recommend opening them or keeping them sealed? Rogers are sealed. Like this one right here is opened. I think the sealed version is in plastic, right? If I'm not mistaken. No. I mean, I think they're pretty cool and cool enough that you don't need to take them out of the box because it's clear plastic, so you could have it on your shelf and, see it enough. Like if you want to play with it or look at the other side and stuff, then yeah, it makes a little bit of sense to take it out, I suppose, Correct, Roger. Doesn't matter if they are gray or green either. Yeah, feel free if you're a gray member, which means you are a subscriber of the channel. Although I guess you could be gray and not a subscriber. Hopefully you're a subscriber. The free option, it's fine. Just be a subscriber, be gray, it's all good. This is for everybody to be involved. When we gave out Nin128's copy of Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, that one was like a membership only one. You had to be that $1 a month member to be a part of. But for this, if you're watching, if you're working and lurking, and you're gray, go ahead, hit that 1 button. That's pretty cool. Let's see how many people we have so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Those are good odds. Dang, we've got 25 people watching, 35 likes, a 1 in 9 shot of winning a really cool Super Mario 3D All-Stars coin set. Didn't know these existed previously, but would look really cool next to the All-Stars case. Yeah. This was exclusive from Best Buy for pre-ordering the game. Roger secured some post-launch. Reminder, Roger is willing to ship for free On him. Extra generous to US only folks. Unless you want to pay for international shipping. Okay, so, okay. And I read that again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and just to think, Richie Jard, the stream was just about to end, and we wouldn't have had all of this extra fun. Having 5 more members join and get Greenbelt subscriptions, that costs a little bit more, but that's okay. Have a giveaway, not 1 but 2. Get some extra likes on that backyard wrestling video, which I'm like, I wanted it to do better, but I had a feeling whenever I put in more effort into them, they don't pop off. But that's okay. Yeah, we ended up having fun before, but then even more fun after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people. And let's go. This will be for the first giveaway. And then we'll do it again. And congratulations, Yvonne Francois! You won the Super Mario 3D All-Stars 3-coin package. Let's go! I hope you're still in the chat. I mean, you were the second to last person to hit that number 1. So I'm guessing that you're still here. Congratulations, Yvonne Francois. The giveaway odds on PGN are amazing. Yeah, they are. Will they always be amazing odds? Maybe not, right? On a big stream, we've only gotten to like 50 people maybe at one time for a little bit, like on a big stream. Usually we're floating between 32 to, yeah, like 32 to 50 kind of is the range. But the safer range is more like 22 to 39, you know? Hitting 40s for a long amount of time is a little bit more rare. Hitting 50 is like, okay, very rare. Consistently maintaining 30s is possible, but like 22, it seems to be pretty all right, you know? Like we're at 27 right now. Yvonne Francois says, thanks, Roger. Heck yeah. Now, Yvonne Francois, it'll be up to you two, because here's where I will try to help connect you guys, but without knowing for sure. Yvonne, do you have an X account, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, TikTok? A way to get a hold of Roger? Or, I guess the other possibility is, like, if Roger doesn't have an X, but he has a Facebook, Yvonne, you don't have a Facebook, but you have an X, Yvonne, you could give me your information, Roger, and I could be like, you know what I mean? That's possible too, because I'm on everything, essentially. But otherwise, like, you can't just right now fully connect, you know what I'm saying? You know what? What would be? I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get a little bit of water. What would be fun? Oh, you know what? This looks awesome. Not too relevant necessarily to what we're talking about today, but it's gaming related anyways. And I'm hyped for this game. I'm gonna get some water real quick. I only do Facebook Messenger. If you want to do that part, in case she doesn't, that is cool too. Okay, so Yvonne Francois, if you have Facebook, Roger's on Facebook. Easy way to talk. If you don't have Facebook, but you have X or Discord or Instagram or I don't know, this TikTok, then let me know. Leave us with Samus while you go. I'll leave you with Samus and a little bit of a Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. 2.5 minute trailer. I'm going to get some water myself. Maybe I'll come back with company. I'll be right back. This is an amazing game.
So, here we've got a wireframe model of the great city of Midgar. Complete with massive steel plates suspended 300 meters above ground level. The whole system is sustained by the Mako reactors, which feed the insatiable appetites of the public.
Our mission here at Urban Planning is to supply the residents of Midgar with energy created from Mako. We also take pride in maintaining public infrastructure, the pillars and railways that run all throughout the city.
What principles? Did you understand even a single word of what I told you?
Hey, don't Turks keep an eye out for potential soldiers and stuff?
They do more than just scout for candidates. Turks get called in to handle all kinds of situations. With extreme prejudice.
Professional bad guys. Gotta love them.
Sorry, losers. Gotta play for keeps today.
The reactor bombing was the work of the eco-extremist group Avalanche. Public enemy number 1. Gets your heart racing, doesn't it?
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now?
Cloud Strife, and he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Our beloved planet is dying. Slowly, silently, painfully.
Why, hello everybody. My name is Peach. We've never met before, but I love streaming, and my goal one day is to be 44 pounds. With your help, I could be the world's chunkiest dog. Just kidding. We've met before. You know me well. My name is Peach, and I'm a dog. And I just put on some Zelda music so you all could listen to Zelda because I love Zelda so much. You see, Zelda's one of my favorite franchises in all of gaming. Even though my name is not Zelda, I still love Zelda. My name's Peach though, and I'm a dog. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled program. I'm gonna bring out the big guy Paul, Paul Gale Network, and so he could hold me on his lap. Okay, hey Paul, come back here. Oh, hey Peach. Were you talking to the chat? They're a fine group, aren't they? Oh yeah, Peach, you're excited to be here, huh? Well, everybody, I don't know how was the intermission, but when I came back in here, here's Peach talking to you all. Pretty wild. Hopefully she was a good host. She's a good dog. She's a good dog. Was she a good host? Oh my gosh. Let me see, what did I miss? Oh jeez, what did I miss? I can't even read the chat, Peach. I can't even read the chat. Oh my gosh. We still have a giveaway to go with, Peach. Michael Gutman saying FF7 for only $40 is amazing and it has amazing graphics. Yes, it's an amazing game with amazing graphics, amazing visuals, amazing boss fights. One of the best games of 2020. $40. It's a game key card, but you know what? It's a high quality game. Also, if you pre-order it, you're going to get the Final Fantasy VII PlayStation Original on Nintendo Switch Online. The nostrils. Oh my gosh. Yawn it burning out. Yawn it burning, LOL. Aaron City, I don't know what that means. Roger and Yvonne talking to each other, good. I may get this game in January, nice. Boarding, I don't know what's up with the chair today. Giving us a cold shoulder. Yeah, sorry about that. The guy turned me around wrong. Well, I guess the chair just said that. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if I was muted? Oh no. I gotta make a better habit that when I come back, I look at the green thing is on. It's on. But I didn't look earlier. But I guess Peach did that for me. Jeez Louise. For $40, you could check it out. Yeah, Tsukino Ame. Really good game. Also, hi, Chair. Are you going to play Pokemon Zia next week?
You betcha I am. I can't wait. Bulbasaur.
Good job, Chair. But it's more like Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
That's more of a Venusaur.
Venusaur.
That's how Venusaur sounds. Not Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is more Bulbasaur.
Okay, show off.
Okay, jeez. Well, anyways. Yeah, you get a bunch of goodies with it. You also get, Michael Gutman, you also get a Final Fantasy VII card set. Tsukino Ame, if you like trading cards. They're Magic the Gathering branded Final Fantasy cards. Or I should say Final Fantasy branded Magic cards. Yeah. Roger. I played FF7 Remake on PS4/PS5, but might still pick it up on Switch 2. Yeah, I already played it. I have 7/Intergrade and the Yuffie missions, and like I played it all on PS5. That PS4/PS5 version. But I got a $10 random gift out of nowhere from Best Buy, and I was like, use this by September 30th. Like, all right. So I made the $40 game $30. And I already have the digital game, but I'm like, well, the cards are cool. So overall, it's like pretty affordable. And it is also a big deal for this game to come over on Nintendo Switch 2 because 7 was a departure from Nintendo by Squaresoft onto PlayStation. So
there's a lot of history with it, so I double dipped, I guess. Peach, hey Peach, LMAO, ooh, a dog, LOL. Hi Peach, love you, Peach, LOL. This music is perfect timing. Music perfect timing. Beat me to it. We have a pug. I'm sure Peach was in the Men in Black films. You're probably right there. LOL, she is a dog. Peaches. Peach is definitely cited for age of imprisonment. Yeah. She says, give me them ears. You know it. A payment. Yep. You crazy Paul. You made Pokemon Fans Day. Yes, have her on the podcast tomorrow. Oh, she always shows up on the podcast. Tasty ears, yummy ears. Oh, jeez. The things this dog does, now she's just a lap dog. I don't care if games are Game Key cards. I'm fine with Game Key cards and completely changed my stance on them since they were first announced. Peach, OMG. You're gonna make me pee myself. That might be the best comment I've ever read. Can we have Peach on the podcast? Hopefully. Sometimes she's with the family. Sometimes she likes to make her appearance on the podcast. We'll see. Paul Gale is hilarious. Thanks. With Mike, Joyce, N64, Josh tomorrow. Where did you pre-order FF7 and get the bonus? So anywhere you do it, as long as you do it soon, you will also get the code for the classic FF7, if I'm not mistaken. But I, in particular, did Best Buy, though I believe that GameStop also has the same thing. Pre-order the game now, and when you get the physical box, inside of the physical box will be the game key card and the packet of Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy VII Remake cards. And a digital code on a piece of paper, probably, for the classic game. Peach, what do you think of Mike, Joycey, and N64 Josh on the podcast every Friday?
Well, I like them, but they don't give me tweets. Only Paul gives me tweets. So I love Paul the most.
Well, they can't give you treats, Peach, because they're a few thousand miles away.
Yeah, but they could mail it in a mailbox, and I would eat it from the mailbox.
Well, Peach, they've got like their own dogs and cats and kids and stuff like that. I think they're worried about more things than just feeding you.
Yeah, I know, but if they really wanted to, they could email them.
You can't email treats, Peach. It's like a physical, tangible thing. You can't just like email a treat.
No, but they could teleport it. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that they have access to a teleporter. You know what I mean? Nobody does.
Well, then that's a bad excuse. Go ahead and find a way to email them, or mail them, or make me a priority over their own husbands and wives and kids and dogs and cats, or just build a teleporter. If they don't, then they don't love me, clearly.
Peach, don't be greedy. Like that's kind of weird. Like,
well, you asked me a question because they asked me on the channel. Pokemon Fan 34 said, "What do you think of them?" And I said I like them, but I just said I love you more because you give me tweets. But if you want to get all into the complexities of the matter, I'm going to say why I love you the most, and that's because you're the one that gives me tweets.
Well, okay then, I guess so. Well, there you go. You wanted an answer. You got the answer from Peach. Now you know. She wants them to make a teleporter. It's apparently that easy to make a teleporter and just send her some treats. Now she's sleeping, by the way, in a very awkward position because I picked her up so that she could talk. And as she fell asleep in this upright position. Oh, look at that yawn. Look at that yawn. That's a sleepy dog. Everyone watched the Nintendo Bite podcast blog on Gamer's channel, right? It's 30 minutes long and it went by so fast. Yeah, Michael Gutmann. I gotta watch that. I saw that it was put up, but I gotta watch that. Good that you mentioned it. Okay. Peach is right. I have Byzantium, Roger, and Tabby talking. Pokemon Fan 34, Richard Jard. The men in the white coats are coming. Peach is making fantastic points. OMG. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Legends ZA launches 10 p.m. my time. Peach is talking in her sleep. Yeah. Pokemon there. LOL. Yvonne Francois and Roger are connecting. Good, good, good. I'm waiting for Joycey to come back. Hearing Peach. Yeah, we'll see if Joycey is listening. She's at work. Is she hearing this high-pitched sound this whole time? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. We have a second giveaway to do. If you would like to be in Roger's second giveaway for another set of coins, right now, drop the number 2. The number 2 in the chat. And we'll spin this thing again. Let's do it. Type the number 2 once, and then we're going to give another coin set. I don't have any food for you. Well, technically, I do have some treats available. My childish side is coming out, Polygon Network. That's good. We should never forget the childish side. Stay youthful for life, you know? Yeah, I'm pretty comfy. Just slowly zoning off. She's comfy. It's a good dog. Now you're trying to readjust yourself. Okay. Hit that 2 button if you want to be entered into receiving this. You might have been joining, you might just be joining the stream now, by the way. Maybe you showed up out of nowhere and you're like, what is this? What is this dog talking? I've never seen a dog with this much ability to speak. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Yeah, it is. But in addition to having a channel where we've got a talking dog, we also do giveaways. Or maybe the 19 or so people that are watching now, 20 people watching now, is made up of everyone that was here earlier. Regardless, feel free to hit that number 2 button. Why are you looking at my shirt? Oh, because it's Mario. And she loves Mario. Well, that's nice of you, Peach. But that's my shirt. I don't want it wet. Just lay down. Just lay down. I said lay down, not lick my ears. Okay. Peach is dreaming of Bowser singing, Peaches, 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 peaches. Did you hear that? I heard it too. It was a squirrel. Okay, is that everybody who wants to be entered? Pokemon Fan 34, 40 likes. Oh, I like the sound of that. 40 likes. Very cool. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the super chats today, for the gifted memberships today. I think I'm the only one that did gifted memberships today, but it doesn't matter. Thank you for the super chats today and for the re-upped memberships, re-renewals, you know, I appreciate it. And thanks for liking, for commenting, being here, and for earlier in the stream, helping out that Backyard Wrestling short get a little bit more views behind it, more likes. Okay. I think that's it, right? Yeah, Pokemon Fan 34, you renewed. I mean, we've got Steak 1024, Ash, Corny Puddle, Pokemon Fan 34, Nin 128, Sweet Tea, Tabby Cat Games, Roger, and that's a lot of support. And that all helps build to doing something like this giveaway. Yeah, I contributed too, but that's a team effort. You know what I mean? So, alrighty, let's do it. How many people do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are good odds. Once again, Yvonne Francois saying, Paul, Roger, and I communicated. Right on. Very cool. That's good, Yvonne. I'm glad. Like Roger said earlier, by the way, if you're in the U.S., he's paying for shipping. Super nice of him. If you're outside of U.S., you can still win. It's just, you got to pay for shipping. Also, whether you're a green name or gray name, you're eligible for this. So, that being said, you hit that 2 button. I'll give another moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 1 in 7 chance of winning. Those are pretty good odds. Gray Nation. I Byzantium says. That's funny. Yeah, great odds. Alrighty. I think that's it. Let's go. Peach. I don't need a shower. Maybe Peach could call out the winner. Peach, do you know how to read?
Of course I know how to read.
Well, how do I know? You're a dog.
Yeah, but I know how to read.
Okay.
If I know how to speak, you should assume that I know how to read.
Okay. Well then, we have a winner. You want to read it?
Yeah. Congratulations to Witchy Jowd. You won. Now I'm going to go back to wicking.
I don't know if he understood you. Say his name again.
Witchy Jowd.
Richie Jard?
Yeah, that's what I said. Witchy Jowd.
Well, Richie Jard is his name.
That's what I said. Witchy.
Say Richie.
Witchy.
Richie?
Witchy.
Jard.
Jowd.
It's okay. Richie Jard, congratulations, you won. Gotta be the best YouTube channel ever. Thank you, Richie Jard. Congratulations, Richie Jard. Elijah Dragon, what's her name? Her name is Peach. She's Peach the Pug. Rolling on the floor laughing, I thought you said witchy. She said, so if you don't know this about Peach, she has like a thing with the letter R's, right? So when she sees R like Richie, it's like witchy. It comes out kind of. She also has a thing with L's. Sometimes she talks about how good her life is, and she says wife, you know?
Yeah, I got a good wife.
See what I mean?
I love my wife.
See? But that's okay. Elijah Dragon, Paul is the best Nintendo ever to keep. Paul is the best Nintendo ever to keep someday. I'm the best Nintendo? Or are you asking me a question? I don't know if I followed that fully. But thank you, Elijah Dragon. Peach, do you want to get down? You're awfully licky. You lay down. You're sitting. Okay. Richie Jard 1 and says, thanks, Roger. I'm in the UK, so I'll pay for shipping. You will have to advise me on how to. Crust turns to quest. That's true. That's true. You are the best, Nintendo. Elijah did not stutter. I'm the best Nintendo? I'll take it, you know. I'll take it. Okay, so Richie Jard, are you on Facebook? Because that is how Roger was able to talk to Tabby. No, not Tabby. That's how Roger was able to talk to Yvonne a few minutes ago. So, Richie Jard, how do I get in touch on X? Don't use it much. Oh, Richie Jard, so if you're on X and you don't have a Facebook, which is what Roger has, you could message me right now if you want. And then, okay, not on Facebook. Feel free to message me on X. And I guess you could type to me your address that you would like it shipped to. And then I'll send that to Roger. If that works for the two of you. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll message you now, Paul. Just no lips. I never let dogs in the past lick my ears, my face, my nose. No, just wasn't my thing. Hands, knuckles, that's okay. Peach, I let her get away with it. Neck, ears, nose. Ugh. But not lips. No. No. But how do I pay for shipping? Oh yeah, good question, because I guess I'll play the middleman for the two of you, since one of you've got X, one's Facebook, neither or both, so it might take a little bit of communicating. Hopefully you both have Venmo? Oh man, that's a little bit of a back and forth. Oh, I guess like if you both have Venmo, yeah, Roger's saying Venmo and PayPal. I guess, Roger, you could give me a screenshot or an email or something of your name, QR code, whatever, on PayPal or Venmo. I could give that screenshot, email, QR code, phone number, whatever, to Richie. Richie could send that payment via PayPal, Venmo, whatever, to whatever email address or QR code or whatever that you have. And then Richie's address I'll give to you. Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work, you know. We got this. All right, let me check my X. By the way, Tabby, I just received your message on X, and absolutely, Richie, I don't have your message yet. Okay. So Richie, I just sent a message to on X. And you're welcome, Tabby. And Roger, if you want, I guess you could send me whatever email or QR code or something that you would like as a way of having Richie send you a payment. I guess you don't know it yet because you don't know, like, until you go to USPS or FedEx or UPS. Hey, I'd like to send this over to, UK. Oh, that'll be $11.65. Okay. And then, something. I'm like, you could message me. So I'll have to play middleman for a little bit. Actually, no, not necessarily. No, actually not. Actually, that's how you guys could be connected. Through Venmo. You both have Venmo. Once you have each other's email addresses, you don't need me. Well, why did I not think of that? I just realized that now. You don't need all these social media things like, oh, you need X and you need X, and how are we going to get contacted? It makes sense. It's easier, but everyone's got an email address. So if I have to be the middleman who wants to connect people together via email, it's like, okay, send me your email address to whatever account I have, whether it's X or Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Discord, and then the other person's email address, I'll give it, and then boom, done, right? Because like once you have each other's email, then, yeah, even if you don't have like a social media account, if you're paying each other through Venmo or PayPal or something, that's how you could talk. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not everybody is comfortable like with sending out their email addresses and stuff like that to folks. And that's why they're more comfortable with a DM via social media. But if you're of that kind of gift giving, receiving, communication back and forth, and it's through PayPal or Venmo, then yeah, you obviously have to have an email address to get that started. And then not only get that started, but yeah, follow through. Oh yeah, I saw that. The Samurai Pizza Cats manga is going to have a new series and a new video game coming out. I like that a lot. Designed with gamers in mind, designed with activists in mind. Oh, that's a funny post, kind of. Ah, jeez. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. I'm not great at X. I'm using my phone. Have sent a message. Have you received? Let's find out. Richie, yep, I got it. Hi, Paul. Sorry for being a pain. No, I'm not a pain. I got your message. And I got your email. Alrighty, Richie, I'm going to give your info right now to Roger. And then at least you two will be able to talk by email and stuff like that. Okay. Richie, I think you will receive an email from Roger within a little bit of time because I just sent Roger your information. I just copied and pasted it, so you might want to verify between each other. You know, this is it. Yeah. And you'll be good. Aaron Cedillo will hit 40 in 10 years. Nice. Thanks, Roger. You're very generous. I'm going to frame the coins and hang them on the wall. Heck yeah, Richie. Yeah, that's awesome of Roger to do that. Super cool. I've got sleeping dog. Well, that's a great stream right there. Steak 1024, is your next countdown after Legends Kirby Air Riders or Metroid Prime 4 Beyond? The intention is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, unless if I do Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment also. So I could end up doing Imprisonment and Beyond, or just Beyond. We'll see. Yeah, the Pokemon one is almost done. We've got 6 through 1 to go. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been good. Dang. Age of Imprisonment is coming up really soon. That's a snoring dog. Look forward to receiving your email. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I think... Oh, hold on. I'm reading a message. I think that's going to do it for the stream, but let me read this message real quick. Okay. wasn't having the best week winning this. Wasn't having the best week. Winning this has made me so happy. Can't thank you guys more. Got it. Thanks. Sorry, I read that. Funny. Thanks to all the donors, Paul and Roger again. Awesome, Roger. Or awesome, Richie. I'm glad that this was able to help turn around a little bit the week, you know, make it more fun. That's good. This has been a great stream. Y'all are amazing. Yeah. It's a great stream. Peach snoring. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. I think that's going to do it. I'm going to have to very carefully walk with this sleepy dog and move her. I'll probably wake her up in the process, but that's okay. Thank you all again for contributing. This has been fun. We continue to have more and more newer and newer types of fun, you know? Lots of different cool topics and connections and snoring peaches over here. I love to see it. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your day. It's Thursday, so I'll probably see you tomorrow before the podcast, and then on the podcast until 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And then, yeah, dang. We are 1 week away from Pokemon. We are 4 weeks away from Age of Imprisonment. Good time. Good time. All right. Bye, everybody. Take it easy. See you later.